All right. It is time for social studies. Please take out your magazine and open up to page, oops, that's not the right page. Is it 12?
Yeah.
Page 12. Page 12, you got the map. It looks like this. All right, and I don't need to present my screen, but I do. Actually, I do. All right, we're going to start with our Bible verse as soon as I share my screen. Nope, this one. Like, it's green. I know it's green. Okay. Annika, question? You want to read? Okay. We're going to start with the Bible verse. Join me. Ready, set, go. Acts 5, verse 29. We must obey God rather than men. All right. Put away other homework. We are doing social studies now. We are on page 12, vegetation and regions. Annika, the first thing we read is going to be vegetation and regions. Would you like to read that or something else? Okay, why don't you wait for now? I would like someone to raise their hand and volunteer to read the beginning part. Haley, go ahead. Everyone else, we're following along. Do you want me to say an example?
Sure.
European.
European settlers first arrived in North America. One of the first citizens were everywhere. Which used to find good that settlers used to build huts deeper. Then the understanding to live in the first farms and small cities. The early settlers cut down more forests to make and build crops in the European. An area's natural vegetation is the plants that grow naturally. They tend to flood plains, soils, and climate of the area.
All right, and we have 4 different climates in North America. We have forest, grassland, deserts, and tundra. Let's see. Let's say if you raise your hand, can you read the whole box? And I do realize that that includes 2 captions, but we're just going to go one box at a time just for the sake of speed. Annika, which one would you like?
Tundra.
Tundra, bottom right, tundra.
Like the extreme conditions found in the tundra vegetation zone, many wildlife species live there. These animals are adapted to tundra's cold, dry, and often dark winter conditions. The Arctic fox is a good example compared to other foxes. It has shorter ears to reduce the amount of skin exposed to the cold air. It also has very thick fur.
And then will you read the other caption in there?
Tundra is found in cold, dry areas where the ground is always frozen. The landscape is usually flat, and the plants are mostly short, partly shrubs. These plants can survive extreme cold and drought. They can even go months without sunlight, although the tundra zone can be snowy. Plants can use the water in the snow because it's frozen most of the time.
Thank you. All right. Julia, what would you like to read?
Forest.
Top left. Go ahead.
The tallest plants in forests are the trees, but many other plants such as grasses, shrubs, and moss also grow in forests. Some forests include evergreen trees with needles-like
Fine.
Other forests are mostly broad-leaved trees like oaks. The forests of North America support a rich variety of wildlife, including bears, moose, and many others. A forest is a large area full of trees and underbrush. Forest is the natural vegetation in areas with plenty of rain. This includes most of the eastern U.S. and large areas of the West, especially in the mountains and Pacific Northwest. Hawaii and the southern part of Alaska also support forest vegetation.
All right. I have to get name 6. Addie.
Desert.
Desert. Top right.
Desert is found in the driest parts of the world, generally in the arid climate zone. In the United States, this includes parts of the Southwest. Most deserts get less than 4 inches of rain per year. Desert plants include cactuses, shrubs, and grasses. They can survive very hot and very cold temperatures, as well as extreme drought. Like desert plants, desert animals are adapted to living in dry, harsh conditions. The kangaroo rat never needs to drink water. It gets all the water it needs from the plants it eats. Other animals, like the desert tortoise, can store water inside their bodies to use later. Many desert animals are active at night to avoid the extreme daytime heat.
All right, deserts, and the last one will be this one, grasslands. Ada, would you like to read grasslands, I hope?
Grasslands occur where there is no moisture or trees in the U.S. Grasslands are found in U.S. The eastern plains support all grasses because they get more rain. The red Great Plains are
Dominated.
dominated by shorter grasses. Some grasslands have rough with trees. The grasslands North America is a bird of grass grazing animal grazing as an example of animals that extend around including prairie dogs and many grasslands.
Okay. I just think prairie dogs are cute in pictures. Up close, I'm sure they're not cute, but kind of scary. But in the picture, they look pretty cute. All right, so different areas. What is Minnesota? Find Minnesota on that map. What 2 areas is Minnesota, Nathan?
Grassland and forest.
Grassland and forest. And did you see the little like rain gauge in each picture? Yeah. So which vegetation region gets the most rain? Jonah?
Forest.
Forest. Which one gets the least rain? Might sound like a trick question, but look at it. Which one gets the least rain? 3, 2, 1.
Tundra.
Tundra. A tundra gets even less rain than a desert. Not by a lot though, right? It looks kind of similar. Yeah, interesting. All right, turn to page 14 and 15, people and the land. So we talked about creation today in religion class, and God created all these different vegetation zones, all these different climate zones, because he is creative. It's not all the same, and that's great. All right, Ellie, would you like to read people and the land? Go for it.
Imagine you're an immigrant to the U.S. in 1800. You left a poor village or crowded city in Europe in search of a better life in America. Where would you want to go? Would you choose a brand new kind of place, or would you look for somewhere that reminded you of home? Most likely you look for a place where you could make a life living using skills you brought to home. If you're a farmer, you look for a place with good soil and plenty of water. If you wanted to build a sauna and make sports, you might look for a place where you could use warm power from a river.
And we learned about that last year in Minnesota history. People tended to go to a part of the United States that reminded them of their home back in their first country. And they brought their skills with them. So if you already knew how to farm and you moved to this new country in North America, you would bring your skills in farming and you would apply them. Or if you knew about sawmills and you wanted to make a sawmill, and you would choose a region that had the features of land that you needed to be successful, right? If you were a farmer, you probably wouldn't move to Arizona where it's dry and desert-like, would you? No, it doesn't make sense.
Unless you wanted a cactus farm.
Or a cactus farm, probably not. All right, now we have a bunch of pictures and we have a caption that goes with, looks like each picture. So please tell us the picture when I call on you, and then read the caption that goes with that picture. Braylon.
Non-renewable, the tornado.
The tornado in the top right corner. Go ahead.
Non-renewable resources like coal, oil, and mineral are found in limited amounts on the earth. Once they are used up, there will not be any of the natural also have a useful after gold was discovered in California. Thousands of people moved to the area. San Francisco is a small town.
I think that's distracting me. There you go. All right. Now, after you read that, Braylon, do you think it's a tornado, or do you think it might be something else in the picture? What do you think it is? Steam or smoke from burning coal, or dust from burning coal to make that train move. Yeah. All right. Mallory, what would you like to read about?
Water is
Water. Okay, so it's a picture of the Hoover Dam. It's on the bottom right. There you go. Go ahead.
Water is an important resource that affects land use. For the way people use and change the natural environment. Earlier, Europe and America often lived near water sources. In most places, farming was limited by amount of rainfall. Then, engineers invented the ways to store water in large dams and to move it over long distances. This allows people to use land in new ways.
Thank you. All right. Who wants to choose the next one? Julia? Many immigrants. So it's a picture of the kids by the wagon. Go ahead.
Many immigrants look for new homes in areas that are like the places they came from. That way they don't need to change their way of life too much. They can use their old skills in new places. For example, many people from cold weather countries like Norway and Sweden move to cool northern states like Wisconsin and Minnesota. You're on the wrong page. That's
Oh, I'm on people and land. The online one doesn't have that one. It's not on there. Huh. Oh, no, there it is. I wasn't high enough. Okay, that's what we just read. Yeah. Okay. Addie.
Natural.
Natural. So the one picture by the logs. Found that one. All right, go.
Natural resources are anything we use from nature. Renewable resources like water, wind, or a forest can be used again and again if they are managed wisely. When people cut trees from a forest, new trees may grow to replace them. But if we cut too many trees at once, there may not be a forest in the future. Planting new trees is one way to manage the forest wisely.
Haley.
Essential.
Okay, so the picture of the field. Got it. Go.
Essential Valley has soil and the next on the road prevent the bears from living on. They use that to irrigate and water the crops. Also, this is Central Valley is special. That people eat all over the U.S. These crops are here. They also use the garlic. Compost in the back of the area is as even
All right, and we have one left that goes with the big picture in the middle of the page. Donna? People change. It's on the left of the picture.
the government, through their achievements, activities, when the British colonies arrived in Massachusetts and even Virginia. The landscape was covered in forest. The settlers cleared the trees to grow crops. That made the landscape look much more like the open concept of prison. These open fields and
Woodlots.
woodlots were home to different types of wildlife than the forest where the American Indians lived.
Right. In my corner of the world, what landscape features or natural resources made people want to settle where we live? Why do people settle in Minnesota? Braylon, what do we have here? That made people want to settle here? We had good soil. So did we get a lot of farmers in Minnesota?
Yes.
Do people still farm today?
Yes.
Yeah. Jonah, another thing.
It was that the community came and I settled here because it's like it's kind of like it's probably one of the closest points to where the climate.
Oh, the climate's similar? Okay, so maybe people like having winter and summer, about the same amount of rain. Maybe some people are used to forests and grassland, so that's why they settled here. Addie, something else to add?
Some people might want to move here because we have a lot of forests, so they can use the trees and stuff.
Yeah, maybe they want to open a sawmill, so they move somewhere in northern Minnesota where there's more forest. Annika?
Grasslands, it's fairly flat. We can.
Okay, so flat, easy to build on, easy to travel over. Maybe they want to work for the railroad and put railroad down. It's going to be a lot easier for railroad across flat stuff than going through mountains. Yeah. All right. We're going to take a minute and turn to the back pages 18 and 19, and we're going to take a look at activities that are coming up soon. Activities. There are 2 activities on page 18. I'm on this page right here. Bright green. Yes, we did skip ahead one. We did skip ahead. 18. One activity is playing a game with states and capitals. And I will be passing out things for you to cut out and play a states and capitals game. That's one option. Learn to win. Work with a partner to make 50 game cards using index cards or squares. I'll have them for you. You just need to cut them out. And then you're going to put the names on them, and you're going to put them under an object and take turns drawing the cards out. If your partner draws out a state name, you can say the capital or vice versa. If they pull out the capital, you tell them, oh, that's the capital of blank. So if they pull out St. Paul, you would say, oh, that's the capital of Minnesota. Okay. So that's a game that's coming up. I will just give you things for you to cut out for that. You don't have to write anything. Where the river runs is another activity that you will be able to choose. You will have choice here. When we get to this, where the river runs. What is the river nearest to where you live? Study a map to find out. I think Google Maps might be a good thing, or Google My Maps might be a good thing to use. Make a poster or a model that shows, the river's path and the surrounding landforms. Label the river, its tributaries, and nearby cities. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. I'm going to go to My Drive. All right. In My Drive, New, and then can you see over me? I can crouch down. I clicked New, and then I have all these options. I'm going to click More. When I click more things open. Google Forms, Google Drawings, Google My Maps. I'm going to click that. What river runs closest to our school? Does anybody know the name of that one? Nathan? The Crow River, and that runs really close to your house. So I'm going to type in Crow River, Minnesota. Minnesota. So I'm going to click on that. Yep, Crow River. Now this is not very close, so I'm going to zoom in. You see down here, I have the plus, minus. I'm going to click plus, plus, Wow, the Crow River is a lot longer than I thought it was.
You don't know where my house.
Where's Hanover? I need to zoom out and find Mayor.
It's right next to my house.
Oh, there's Watertown Mayor. Okay, so I should have maybe put in Mayor.
Watertown.
Okay, here's Mayor. Here is the river. Okay, so let's see if I can write on the board. If I can
See
see
that
there.
corner?
This is,
I see
yeah.
where my house is.
So fun fact, Mrs. Orrick kayaked this summer. I have a friend who has simple little kayaks, and with Seth, I borrowed the kayaks from my friend, and Seth and I got in our kayaks here, where this little hand is, and kayaked all the way to here. So Nathan, we went by your house. We went really close. It's right here.
Yeah.
And there's a farm right there, too, or people live right there. No?
No.
They back up?
They're
Is it farther down?
Our house is right there at the corner. There's
Yeah.
a barn our barn's right
Is there
there.
somebody here?
That's a field. You
Okay.
go.
Maybe it's over here that we saw a house.
Find my house.
I don't know. So we kayaked through there. It's not very deep there, and it's kind of muddy, and there are tons of fish jumping when we're doing that. Okay, so Crow River. If you were going to look at the Crow River, what are some cities by it? Well, we've got Mayor, and if we would zoom out, we would see more cities. It's actually quite a long river. Landforms by there. Okay, well, we go through a lot of farmland, a lot of grassland.
Yeah, it goes all the way through Watertown and Delano.
Yep. I have also, with my friend who has the kayaks, we put in here on 30, which is just straight up this road at the bridge. We put in there, and we went all the way to Watertown. So we went all through here, zigzagged around, all the way. We went under, that's why it took us so many hours. All the way under 25 by Watertown, and then we got out right about here where there's a park and there's a dam in Watertown. That's where we got out because we didn't get close to the dam. But explore a river in Minnesota. It can be by your house, or if you are more interested in a special river, like maybe the Mississippi River because you visited Itasca this summer or something like that, or the St. Croix River. If there's a special river in Minnesota that you want to work on, do a little map study, get us some pictures, look at the landscape around there. We're probably going to use computers for this, so you can get pictures off the internet of that area or some of the cities along your river. You can be very creative with this. Piper, thank you for raising your hand. Going towards. Yes, that is the Crow River. And at that bridge on the trail, that's where Seth and I put our kayaks in. I don't recommend putting kayaks in there. It was very rocky. Mrs. Orrick had to pretend she was a mountain goat carrying a kayak with her little 14-year-old mountain goat of a son to get down into the muddy water without falling in muddy water. And yeah, that wasn't the best place to put in the kayak. It was a little muddy. It was a little rocky. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, we just previewed the assignment so you can start to think about what you want to do. There's also going to be a third option about writing a letter, and I will have more directions on that later. So you don't have to do anything but think about that. There is no homework for social studies. There is no homework for social studies. You just need to read pages 12. Oh, that was wrong. It should be 12 through 13. It should be 12 through 15. Let me change that on the board. Have you guys had science yet? Okay. Please remind Mr. Schiffler to put that on the board. All right. It is time to say goodbye to our classmates that are not here. Bye.